Today, I am excited as we are continuing on our series of Women of the Power Voice, Women of Power. Welcome, Yvonne, to the Pamela Show. Hey!
Hello.
It is so wonderful to have you here, collaborative authors of the amazing anthology book, Women of the Power Voice, based from the stories, your stories, Irma, your stories, Yvonne, your story, and how you are changing lives and how you connected with Les Brown, took the Power Voice system, connected up with John Tallarico, began to tell your story and how that has transformed your life and changed so many. So having you here today is such an honor. So with no further ado, Yvonne, tell us, who are you?
Yes, thank you so much for asking me that question. It's my pleasure to be here. I am called Yvonne Mundih, but most importantly, I am a beautiful creation of the Almighty God. Because if I am living today, it is by the grace of God that I'm living, because I'm not supposed to be here, but He knows why I am here. I am the founder of Building Hopes and Dreams, which is a global company that I created to help to change lives according to my unique story. Thank you.
Wow. And I do know your story, Yvonne, because I've interviewed you before and heard all of your story. And it is absolutely amazing. And you are amazing.
Thank you.
We're going to get to touch a little bit of the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg on your story today. So before we go there, though, I have an icebreaker question. Icebreaker alert. Why did you get involved in the Power Voice system at all?
Wow. Thank you so much for asking me that. I am so grateful for that question. I'm so grateful for this moment. You know, it is said that what happened to me actually happened for me. And considering my background, where I have been, where I come from, all my life circumstances, it has always been a dream for me, even as a young child, considering what I was going through, that I want to be able to speak for those who could not speak for themselves in the village that I was living. Even as they shut my mouth, even as I was bleeding to death from beatings, I said, you know what, I will speak with the help of my grandmother. I said I will speak to help to change, especially the lives of young girls who were given away in marriage at an incredibly young age, just like me. My grandmother fought for me, and I thought, you know what? I will stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. Because the scripture says that speak up, speak out for those who cannot speak for themselves. Speak up for those who are voiceless, the hungry, the abused, the rejected, the destitute. And I took upon that pledge, even as young as I was 11, 12 years old. I said, I will. And so, from a one-time TV show, it's a long story, a one-time TV show in the village that I was born, we didn't have electricity, but the only TV owner had the generator. And I watched this TV show that talked about success and freedom in the United States. And I'm like, wow, I have to walk to the United States of America. And I thought it's somewhere that I can walk and go there. And I started becoming so obsessed. They thought maybe I was mentally sick or something. I said, I'm going to America. I was beaten for even opening my mouth to say I'm going to the United States. So my grandmother performed a traditional blessing, took my writings because they used to burn my writings, burn everything, beat me for even trying to write. Not even, my father didn't want to educate me, but I seek education by the grace of God. My grandmother, my mother, and the very good parents of the village came together to educate me. The first female child for more than 10 years to have a university education. And so my grandmother performed a traditional rite on me, told me, put all your dreams in your head, write them on a piece of paper. I will bury them at the corner of my home so that tomorrow when I'm no more and you can't remember them, you will know where they are, you will come for them. So as God will have it, I started fantasizing. And today, I am in the United States of America, having that freedom that was denied me and so many, that I watched my little brothers died from abuse. And the only sister that I knew died from abuse at the age of 8. And a little girl in the village that was also beaten until she passed at the age of 8. Those images, those spirits, they haunt me. I say, I have to do more. My grandmother said, "Hey, wherever you go in the world, make sure you bless women and children. Continue to help." I have been helping, I've been doing a lot of things around. And so one day I was sitting at my job and I asked myself, is this the way that my life is going to be? I work in a place, a facility for mentally sick people, and I like to take care of people. And I sat there, I started crying. And the spirit of my grandmother's voice appeared to me and said, wipe your tears. Wipe your tears. Things are actually getting better for you. Wipe your tears. And I did just that. I took my phone, Google informational sessions because I didn't know what to do. And all of a sudden, a name popped up on the screen, Dean Graciosi, that he's going to come to Minnesota. And I'm like, yes. I pick up the phone, I call, I registered immediately. And then I continued to Google. And I saw Les Brown, because what I actually want to do is to speak, is to write and publish books, is to talk to people. And so when I got Les Brown, I read the biography. I'm like, whoa, this is what I've been looking for. But I still attended Dean Graciosi because information obtained is information useful. And so I attended. I started connecting with Mr. Brown, but I didn't know how to get a hold of him. I called the phone number that I got, no way. But he was connecting with me through email, sending me motivations every day. And after that, I still wanted something, training, because I didn't know where to start to write, where to start to speak. And so one time they sent an email that there's a summit coming up. I was so happy. I saw Mr. Brown there. Oh my God, I lit up. I was so happy. I registered. I attended all the days of that summit. That is when I ordered that program. That is when I started with the Power Voice Academy. And that is when I met Mr. Brown, who told my story back to me in a different way, as though those things were still happening, And that is how my journey began until now. Joining the Women of the Power Voice anthology, it is something that I will live to be grateful for. And where I am today, I'm not supposed to be here, I always say. Why is it that other children died? My brothers died. My only sister died. Why am I alive? I'm here for a reason and a purpose. And until I exit the stage of life, this is what I would do. I don't know anything, but I'm learning. If I don't, I'm going to come to you, Irma, and I will persist. I'm the kind that is too nosy. I'm going to come to you, Pamela. I'll go to everybody. I'm too nosy until I get what I want, because my intention is to help. I help little by little now, helping mothers who have newborn babies without a support. I open mini accounts for them, just in case when the children grow up, they don't have anything to educate themselves. At least they can take that money and learn a trade. But I want to be able to do more. I am healthy now. I'm dressing up, changing clothes. I used to walk barefoot for years. Hunger starved, lived in the bush among animals because I refused to marry at the age of 11. A lot of bad things happened to me that should not be happening to any child out there. So I am here to write, to speak, to coach, to build mastermind schools. I don't know how it's going to come about, but to support women and children, particularly the female children, because the problems affecting women and children, particularly the female child, is enormous and disturbing all over the world. I thought it was only in Cameroon. In the United States, it's the same. Sex trafficking, a lot of things. We have a lot to do. But thank God that I'm in a company of powerful women of the anthology, that we together, we can do these things together. We can do it. Let us keep going. After the summit, there's still a lot that we can do to help. Women are the cradle of all society. Whether you have children or not, we can do it. We can do it. I can go on and on, but let me stop here. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that was so powerful. So powerful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing. Continuing on to our next question, I like to ask an Oprah question. What is your intention? Now, that is not like I'm drilling you. What is your intention? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you pursuing this? What is your intended outcome?
Yes, thank you so much. And I am more than happy now. I just walk around and I'll be laughing and everything, They'll be like, why is she always happy? Why is she always laughing? Um, in this life, considering my situation, I always say, because where I am today, I have been brought to this point by people who invested a lot in me, beginning from my mother, who was raped at a very young age, and she came with me. And considering my grandmother, considering the village where I was born, even considering my coming to the United States, and everybody around me in the United States has been very good to me. From a very young age, my mission, my passion, and my vision has always been to care for people. I used to cook. I cook a lot. So if you guys have any parties going on, birthdays, let me know. I cook for the villagers, for the older people in the village. I cook for the children. I organize community work because I love to take care of things. Even here, when I'm not doing anything on some Sundays, I cook and I take to people. I go to homeless shelters. So I've always wanted to take care of people. And I work with Ramsey County with that's the only job I've ever worked in my life, taking care of the mentally sick and the disabled. And but I wanted to do it even more at a higher level, and which is what I've always wanted to do, to read, to write, to talk. My voice, my pen and pencil have always been the greatest weapons for me, and they've helped me a big deal. And so I like to pass everything on and more forward and to other people around the world, both old and young, especially the young, because considering the way our society is going, especially during this time of the pandemic, we see children as young as 7 committing suicide. So I want to be able to invest in those children in the
Yes.
best way possible that I can. And the only way to do that is through education, writing and educating them, and speaking to them, and organizing activities that will help them to shape their lives. And so that is why I want to do this. And I ask for you guys to pull my hand along, because when I'm falling, I'm going to be hanging on you guys to pull me along.
We do it together. Yes. So since we do it together, Irma and I will be joining you in France, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We're there. We're there.
I will send the link out. I will send it. I have the commercials and the flyers. I'm gonna start sending. I want to be done with this and then keep sending everything out.
Oh, I love that. Okay, really quickly, as we are winding down, I want you to share a little bit about your chapter in the anthology.
Yes, thank you so much. My chapter, it's a chapter that encourages everybody, especially those that think that they can never amount to anything. Life is a continuous fight to conquer and to build on new territories for the one who decides to say, I can and I will. And we have to use our our inner our inner space, our inner knowledge to build monuments in places where stars are being born out of scars. I tell myself a star that has been born out of scars. Ronald Reagan says, there are no constraints to the human mind. There are no walls around the human spirit, and there are no barriers to our success except those that we erect upon ourselves. And in my chapter is to encourage what happened to me, what made me to triumph and succeed up to this point is what I want people to know, because there are good things in there that when they read my chapter, they're going to be able to apply to their lives. Some people are dying in silence. They need to stand up and speak up and say something about their situation instead of dying. My mouth saved me. It saved me, and the grace of God, more especially. Psalm 91 is like a national anthem from 3 years old for me. And so it saved me. And so I am preparing to write my solo book with my mentor, Denise Nicholson, and in which I will really write a lot. And I will continue to write. There is no limit to that. And I want to thank especially the person that I started with, Dean Graciosi. I want to thank the legendary godfather of greatness, Mr. Les Brown. I want to thank John Tolorico. I was just like, just doing things. I didn't know what I was doing. John Tolorico was directing me because a lot of things I didn't know what I was doing, but I was nosy, asking questions. I want to thank him so much. Everybody has contributed to who I am today. You guys have contributed. Women of the Power Voice, Denise Nicholson. A lot of people, I can't even just, my grandmother, more especially, who is watching on me from above, my mother who is living with me, my son who is helping me with IT. I'm not good with IT. So, I thank you guys so much, and I thank everybody, and I pray my grandmother's blessing. I give it to everybody that is listening under the sound of my voice, because she gave me that to give it to the world. Someday we will meet and hug, and I will give you guys that blessing. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Yvonne. Tell our viewers how they can follow up with you.
Yes, you can follow up with me on my website, www.buildinghopesanddreamsglobal.org, or my email, buildinghopesanddreams@gmail.com, or on Facebook, or my phone number 651-278-4106. Thank you.
And again, that you came here to this land, I think divinely sent, to make a mark here. Thank you for being here today. And thank you, all of you who showed up again. I know that you have learned and you have grown a lot in this time we've had. So do us a favor. Help us share this message, because their stories, they need to go all around the world. Share it, share it, share it, so it goes everywhere. So remember, you have a purpose by design, not by default. Go on out there and be the salt and the light everywhere you go. We'll see you next time.
I come with a word for you, for all of you. I come with a word for you. And when I say a word, this is impactful, and I believe it's straight from heaven for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
You are chosen. You are chosen. Many are called, few are chosen. Now the word called means invited, summoned. But the word chosen carries with it the aspect of showing up. It means yes, yes, yes. And as our brother said, it meant the passion. So when the word says, many are called, but few are chosen. Chosen means you show up. And you all have shown up. Not because you're here today only, but you have shown up every day that you woke up. You have shown up to do the work of what has been put in your hands and on your heart to do. And this moment in time, a historic, spiritual moment in time where God said, I'm highlighting you. Woo! There's a spotlight from heaven on you today. I want to give you a couple more definitions of chosen. I looked it up. I love to study the Hebrew and the Greek. It's just like something that's a hobby. I enjoy to do it. So here are some definitions out of the word chosen in both the Hebrew and the Greek. It means you have been invited to participate and you chose to participate. So if you're chosen, you've been invited and you chose to participate. Isn't that good? It means that you were handpicked.
Come on.
Do you know why you were handpicked? Because God knew you would what? Show up. Come on. He knew you would show up. And I love this one. Top choice. Top choice. Anybody like the top choice piece of meat? You want the filet mignon or the hamburger? Come on. You are the top choice. And I love this. The best. The best. Just simple. The best. When you are chosen, because you choose to accept the invitation and show up, you're the best. And you're stepping into your next. Couple more things for you and I'm done. You are the one. You're the one. You're the one in your family. Anybody the one? You're the one. You're the one. And you're being highlighted today from heaven because you are the one, the chosen one. That is who you are. And you are God's beloved. I am my beloved and my beloved is mine. Let me tell you about this word beloved as I wrap up. In the Hebrew, it is the word ahuva, which comes from the word ahava, which means love. And the Hebrew word ahava for love is a love that requires a response. It's not a love that sits back. It's a love that is moving. It is a love that is aggressive. It is a love that takes position and possession, okay? And so for this word beloved, it means that God has taken a move of action in your life, and you are going to take moves of action in this world because you are moving forward. Come on, you're moving forward from this day. You are cherished. You are precious, beloved. That's what it means, cherished and precious. And it is now your turn to move forward with ahava. God has lifted you up, and here you are, and it's your turn now. Would you make this declaration after me as a declaration of you moving forward? Are you ready, beloved?
Ready.
I declare that
Beginning now.
beginning now.
Now.
There we go. God will
Accelerate.
His plan for my life. And I will accomplish my dreams faster than I thought possible. I will experience victory. Well, that was good. You even sang it. Victory. Sooner than I thought possible. God has blessings. Chasing me down. Thrusting upon me. Sending me. Years ahead. This is my declaration of faith. Now let's give yourself and the great God a shout. Come on. Dr. John, Dr. Malcolm, all the regions, everybody here, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you so much.